Hello YouTubers, this is a Privateer Press Hordes Warhog, Heavy War Beast. This is a new setup for filming for me, so there are some teething troubles in this video. Hopefully you'll get to see most of the stuff you want to see and you know how I put this together and painted it. There's gaps, unfortunately, due to studio problems, but that'll all get rectified on the next videos. We started off by priming the model in Vallejo grey primer, and obviously all of his arms and things. We didn't pin the model at the beginning, so that was a bit of a mistake. We should have pinned it. I thought it was too heavy, but basically I pin it later on during the build just to give me something to actually hold the mini and paint it properly. After the grey primer, I applied shadows and darkest skin tones with burnt umber. And then I went in with the first highlight, which is light brown. I'm just trying to hit all the high spots on the body and a very, very light coat over the burnt umber. So if you put a very, very light coat on the undersides, you get the light brown tone, but you also see the burnt umber showing through, which gives good shadows. You can see that I'm still holding the mini, which isn't ideal. You need to be pinning and corking them really. I didn't cork it initially because my corks are a little bit too small, and this is a very heavy mini made of pewter. So you'll see I rectify that shortly. Unfortunately, I think the final highlight of Vallejo's skin tone is not going to be shown. My camera died, and like I said, the studio setup hit a few snags around this point, but there was a final extreme highlight with Vallejo's skin tone, which really hit only the uppermost parts of the creature, so his shoulders and the bits of his belly which are actually showing, the tops of his thighs. Wow, and all of a sudden we have light. This is just showing the mini. I've done the red armour. That was done with Vallejo red, just highlighted with fluorescent red, I think it's called. This is, I believe, light brown going on his robe or kilt or whatever it is you want to call it. His rags. This is light brown. On the artwork there, it's an orangey red, a fiery red colour. So this is our initial base coat. And we've had a little jump in time. This was being highlighted up with orange, Vallejo orange mixed in with the brown. So you do a 2-to-1 mix and then a 1-to-1 mix, and then it's all orange going on the extreme edges of the robe itself. A very watery mix, so this is just continually moving around wet paint. Moving into metallics, this is Vallejo gunmetal, I believe, gunmetal air. Basically hit every single bit of armour and the staples and the bolts hanging out of his neck, everything, screw heads, the pipes that are coming in out of his body, every single little bit of metallic I hit with this first off initially, just to give us a metallic base. Unfortunately you don't see me doing the pins and things due to production problems. But the pipes on his back, all of that was hit, apart from the actual pipes themselves. I coloured them red and blue because I like using bold colours as the pipe work. You'll see that shortly when we have another skip in time. Okay, this is washing, and you can see all the screw heads have been done, the staples have been done. I've done some bronze on his arm. Now we're just washing all of the leather pieces with sepia. All of his cuts and wounds, which were highlighted with the airbrush initially with red, they've all had a red wash applied just into the slots to deepen the colour and bring out the red. And scars all over his face, I've had a red wash. So everything there has been washed. Now we're moving into final assembly after I did actually go back and pin everything because it was doing me in. So this is putting his arms on basically. Because I've done everything late, I've got to do the drilling section. So what you're seeing now I've had to do after a painted mini, which isn't ideal, but I've got away with it. So you can see I'm using the Dremel just to get the pins in there and mounted. I'm basically pushing the pin in, making a scratch on the surface of where I want it. So I just got so I know where I'm going to be drilling with the Dremel. Incidentally, you can't use Dremels on resin models really because they melt. So using pewter, the Dremel's okay. Ideally, you want to be doing this before you paint your miniature. That's just super glue on the pins, super glue in the hole. You've got to make sure the surfaces that you're gluing together have no paint on them, because the glue will just stick to the paint and come off. After the drying process of the glue, he was done. There's a few bits and bobs missing. I didn't get all the washes on video, which is a shame. The red stuff in the cuts came out very well. Bit of rust effects on the Cador arm that he's stolen as well in order to make it look like it was used. All in all, he came out very well. I'm pleased with his result and the way he looks. This model is going to be going up for sale on our web store, which is www.smallrobot.co.uk, and you can see our storefront from there. And as usual, please like and subscribe, it helps a lot. More videos to come. Thanks for watching.